Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to our humble monthly review and giveaway series, where today we're asking whether the April 2016 bundle is worth the showers. For those of you not in the know, the Humble Monthly is a subscription service curated by the fellas over at the Humble Bundle. A monthly offering of $12 to the bundle gods will leave you smitten, hopefully, with 6 or more games of their picking. The catch is that you usually only know what one of them is until the bundle drops on the first Friday of every month. Often they'll throw in a couple of extra things and a nifty 10% discount on the store section of their site for subscribers, and speaking of percentages, 5% of your purchase goes towards a good cause. This month's selection was World Land Trust, an international conservation charity that protects the world's most biologically important and threatened habitats. It also funds partner organizations around the world in order to create reserves granting permanent protection to habitats and their wildlife. Every little bit helps, so if nature is just like your bag, man, be sure to check out the link in the description below, and please consider helping them out. Before we take a look at everything, there are a few things to report. This month saw a slight variation in formula with 2 front-running titles and 7 core titles in total. This was the first bundle to include more than 6, not counting extras. And this is the part where I would say whether or not this becomes the norm has yet to be seen, but let's be honest, I'm super fucking behind, so it actually has been seen. Spoiler alert, while it's not the only bundle to have 7 games, it's also not going to be the standard. However, with the 1-year anniversary coming up soon, it makes me wonder if we can look forward to something even bigger for special occasions. Speaking of being behind, I've decided to advance my videos to the current month and prioritize those reviews over the ones I've missed. That's not to say we're skipping them entirely, as I fully intend to review every bundle, but I'm pretty sure that having relevant reviews is what most people would care about. So after this, we'll be looking forward to August, while also looking back at May when times allow. It's kind of like my channel has a lazy eye. But without any further ado, let's get right into the reviews. Is that reference still relevant? This month's bundle included South Park: The Stick of Truth, This War of Mine, Nuclear Throne, Renowned Explorers International Society, Nova 111, The Magic Circle, and Avalanche 2 Super Avalanche. If you haven't already, consider giving the actual reviews a look. I put a lot of time into them, and I'd like to think that they're more entertaining and detailed about the specifics of each game than this at-a-glance review. You won't be disappointed, and now I'll just wait 120 seconds while the guilt of you not clicking the other videos sets in. Just kidding. The first thing we need to do is keep in mind the overall price of the bundle, which is, again, $12. This means that we've paid roughly $1.71 for each of the games involved if we don't take any of the extra bonuses into account. Mainly because those are either neither promised nor guaranteed and thus can't be considered at the point of purchase or have no quantifiable standard of value like the 10% discount. Now we can compare that to the store price, which is perhaps the most objective value and nearest to our wallets. On the Steam store, buying all 7 of these titles will run you a bill of $120.93. Naturally, the bundle saves you quite the pretty penny, or in this case a lot of them, at $108.93 in savings. From a purely financial standpoint, it's pretty clearly worth the $12 investment. Then we take a look at my personal price recommendations because let's face it, we're all spoiled by Steam sales and are conditioned to wait until we see at least a certain discount threshold before buying. In this case though, my personal prices were actually higher overall than their actual retail price at $152.50, which translates into me saying that some of the games provided experiences that felt appropriate for their price range or higher, thus increasing the feeling of satisfaction with the overall purchase. In other words, instead of feeling like I saved $108.93, it feels like I've saved $140.50. But does anyone really care about what I think? Didn't think so. It's all about whether they'd save money with the bundle or the holy mother lode of ideal sales. Well, whether you get lucky with sales or painstakingly waited for all 7 titles to go on sale, the lowest price you would pay at this point in time is $49.93. Notably, this isn't quite as high as those of bundles past. While it still saves you $37.93 in total, you might find yourself better off buying 1 or 2 of the specific titles that pique your interest. Now we're getting into the qualitative half of the review with the gameplay score, where we look at each of the titles on their own merits as standalone games. Under such examination, the games manage an average of 8.14 out of 10, or a B-, with 4 of 7 scoring higher. 2 of the 3 remaining managed to score pretty close to the mark, which means that the main source of imbalance rests on one particularly bland game. On the whole, however, the bundle manages to pack a powerful punch when it comes to providing high-quality games. The majority of them had excellent and engaging mechanics or entertaining narratives that make you think. When looked at as a series of games in a bundle, it manages to score a bit higher with an 8.57 out of 10, or an A-. The April 2016 bundle manages to strike an impressive balance of games with substance, variety, and engaging mechanics. It boasts titles that suit various styles of play and accommodates for different windows of free time, from games that can be played in one sitting to games that have the depth to keep your attention for days, weeks, or potentially months. It even has some games that you can pick up for a few minutes to a couple of hours at a time without any lingering sense of obligation. On top of that, they all manage to provide experiences unique to themselves, which really makes the bundle feel enriching and well-rounded. We now arrive at our composite score, which earns an 8.36 out of 10 or a B+. The bundle's strength is pretty evenly spread throughout both its titles individually as well as their harmony as a whole. The fact that many of the titles would have been invaluable on their own regards is accentuated by the fact that all of the games work together to fill one another's voids, which makes the overall result feel relatively seamless. The April 26 monthly bundle managed to hit a lot of highs and provide a gratifying spread of experiences that didn't have too much overlap. Though we can't appropriately grade them in reference to the price point, I would be remiss not to mention the extras provided in this month's bundle. I leave whatever changes these make of your opinion up to you. Our humble original for April was Tailwind Prologue, which is a gorgeous blend of space fighter and endless runner that remains captivatingly elegant even when your choice of words while playing it does not. It requires a considerable amount of skill that I just wasn't able to manage, but if you'd like to see it in action, I did take a look at it. In addition to that, Stikbold made his debut in this month's bundle and can now be found on the Steam store. We gave the dodgeball party game a shot and were pleasantly surprised by its amusing graphics, odd humor, and deliciously addictive mechanics. Though it's definitely something meant to be enjoyed with a pal or three, it's definitely something worth looking into. Which you can do because I totally have looked into it and have a video on it. Hint hint, cough cough. If you'd like your chance to win any of the games shown in today's video, have I got some news for you. You're watching this video and not a lot of people do that, so the odds are in your favor. All you have to do is read the description below for the rules and leave a comment. I'd greatly appreciate some feedback and criticism, though you could always just weigh in on this month's question. Which is more valuable to you? Knowledge, fame, power, or wealth? As always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video or any of the reviews leading up to it, please be sure to share them with your friends because there's more content and giveaways on the way. Plus, if you're all watching my videos, you'll all be able to talk about what an idiot I am together, and who doesn't love bonding with friends over mutual disdain for a certain person? Just do it in privacy though, because I'm fragile. And leave likes and stuff too, so I don't get suspicious of your true motives. Also ignore the fact that this very outro implies that I'm onto you. That's just coincidence. At any rate, remember that failure is not the worst case scenario, so glow on with your bad selves, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay awesome.